I walked out of my cousin's wedding rehearsal because of a seating chart. My aunt hosts all the big family events on her side. Holidays, birthdays, graduations, everything funnels through her house or her planning. This wedding was no different. My cousin Mark was getting married, and since most of the family was flying in from different countries, they planned a full rehearsal dinner the night before. It was supposed to be relaxed. Casual food, a few speeches, just a way to get everyone together. I don't see my extended family often. I travel constantly for work, and when I do come home, it's usually for short visits. My cousin Mark and I grew up close, but over the years, things shifted. He got married young, had kids, stayed in the same town. I stayed single, bounced cities, changed careers twice. Ever since then, I've had this quiet label attached to me, the one who hasn't settled. My aunt has opinions about that. She never says them outright, but they're always there. Little comments about how exhausting my lifestyle must be, how nice it would be if I finally picked something, how lonely apartments must feel compared to houses. She never does this to Mark's siblings, just me. A few weeks before the wedding, she asked if I could help with setup for the rehearsal dinner. I said yes. She sent me a list. Place cards, centerpieces, welcome signs. I showed up early, helped unload boxes, arranged flowers, did exactly what she asked. Took the afternoon off work to do it. About an hour before people arrived, she pulled out the seating chart. I scanned it casually at first, then stopped. Everyone in the immediate family was seated at two long tables near the front. Parents, siblings, spouses, kids. Then there was a smaller table off to the side labeled singles and friends. My name was there, next to a 19-year-old cousin I barely knew and two co-workers of the bride. I laughed at first, thinking it had to be a mistake. I asked my aunt about it quietly in the kitchen. She said, "Oh yes, that's where you'll be. We just thought it made more sense to group people by stage of life. Easier for conversation." I asked why I wasn't at the family table. She shrugged and said, "Well, you don't really fit there anymore, do you?" It hit harder than I expected. I tried to brush it off, told myself it was just logistics, just a chair. But then people started arriving. I watched my parents, my siblings, my cousins all take their seats together, laughing, passing bread, clinking glasses. I sat at the side table while my aunt adjusted. Centerpieces at the family. Tables, the ones I'd helped set up. One of the bride's coworkers asked me how long I'd been friends with the couple. When I said I was family, she looked confused and said, "Oh, I thought this was the miscellaneous table." That was it. I excused myself, went to the bathroom, stared at my reflection for a minute, and felt that familiar mix of embarrassment and anger creep up my spine. The feeling of being quietly categorized as an afterthought. I grabbed my jacket and slipped out. I didn't announce it. I didn't make a scene. I just left. I sat in my car for a while, phone buzzing in my lap. My mom texted asking where I went. My aunt messaged saying I was being dramatic, and this wasn't the time to be sensitive. Mark called and said he didn't understand why I'd leave over something so small when the weekend was supposed to be about celebrating. I didn't answer anyone that night. 2 days later, I texted my aunt and told her I'd apologize for leaving if she acknowledged that separating me from the family table was hurtful. She replied that I was overthinking it, that she was just trying to make things run smoothly, and that I needed to stop taking everything so personally. Mark called again and said I embarrassed him in front of his in-laws. Said family events aren't about individual feelings. Said I should have just sucked it up for one night, but it wasn't really about the seating chart. It was about being quietly told once again that I don't quite belong where I thought I did.